Across the world, Formula One is seen as the ultimate test of skill, courage, and machine power. From the tight corners of Formula racing to the madness of speed, every discipline has one thing in common: danger. Drivers push their limits every second. Bikes lean at impossible angles. Cars fly inches apart at insane speeds. Everything looks controlled, everything looks perfect. But away from the speed and strategies, there also a dark side of Formula One which can cause the life of drivers. Because when something goes wrong, it doesn't shuts, it turns into an explosion and a disaster. A tire bursts, a car loses grip, a rider makes one small mistake, and suddenly control is gone. In just a fraction of a second, machines turn into scrap, and survival becomes the only goal. These are not just crashes, these are moments that shocked the world, moments that tested safety. Moments that prove that no matter how advanced technology becomes, racing will always be dangerous. Today, we're going to talk about the most intense crashes of 2025 in Formula One. Number 10. Isaac Hajjar on his first debut in Australian Grand Prix. He ended high race before began. During the formation lap, attempting to build tire temperature, Hajjar lost control of his car and hit the barrier, causing immediate damage that prevented him from starting. The rookie was out of the race before the opening green flag and was visibly devastated in the paddock. The track was tricky and damp, contributing to the loss of control. Anthony Hamilton, father of Lewis Hamilton, famously consoled a heartbroken Hajjar in the paddock after the incident. He didn't suffer from any injury but finished in 11th position. Number 9. Lewis Hamilton. During the 2025 Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort, Lewis Hamilton faced a difficult and unpredictable race due to light rain. The track became very slippery, making it hard for drivers to control their cars. In the middle of the race, Hamilton lost control while going through a fast section. His car suddenly slid off the track and crashed heavily into the barriers. The impact ended his race instantly, leaving fans shocked. This crash showed how dangerous wet conditions can be in Formula One, even for one of the most experienced drivers. Many drivers struggled with grip that day, but Hamilton's crash was one of the biggest moments of the race. Luckily, he was not seriously injured, but it was a clear reminder that even small changes in weather can completely change a race. Number 8. Multi-car chaos. The Australian Grand Prix 2025 started in chaotic conditions as changing weather made the track very slippery. Drivers struggled to find grip, especially in the opening laps, which led to multiple crashes. Cars were spinning, sliding off track, and even colliding with each other, creating a chain reaction of incidents. Because of this, the safety car had to come out several times to control the race and clear debris. Teams were also confused about tire choices, as the conditions kept changing between wet and dry. This made it even harder for drivers to stay in control. Many experienced drivers made mistakes, showing how difficult the situation was. Overall, it became one of the messiest race starts of the season, full of drama, unpredictability, and constant action from beginning to end. Number 7. Max Verstappen and George Russell at the Spanish Grand Prix. The intense battle between Max and Russell was full of tension, as both drivers were fighting for the championship during the race. Verstappen tried to make an aggressive move to overtake Russell, but he misjudged. This led to a collision between both of them. In the end, both drivers were forced out of the race, scoring 0 points, which had huge consequences for the championship standings. Fortunately, neither Verstappen nor Russell suffered any serious injuries. They were checked by the medical team and reported only minor discomfort due to the heavy impact. The crash became one of the most talked about moments of the season, as it dramatically shifted the title fight and raised questions about aggressive driving under pressure. Number 6. Lando Norris. At the start of the race weekend at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix 2025, Lando Norris was pushing hard on the very fast street circuit, where even a small mistake can lead to a big crash. While entering a high-speed corner, Norris slightly lost control of the car. The rear stepped out, and within seconds, the car spun and slammed heavily into the barriers. The impact was strong, causing major damage to the front and side of the car. The race was briefly interrupted as marshals quickly arrived to clear the wreckage. Despite how serious the crash looked, Norris was able to get out of the car on his own. He was checked by the medical team and was found to have no serious injuries, only minor discomfort. In the end, it was a costly accident for the team, but thankfully, the driver was safe. Number 5. Race Pileup F2, the Formula 2 feature race in Monaco 2025 started with high tension as drivers pushed hard on the narrow street track. Just moments after the race began, cars were tightly packed heading into the first corners. One small mistake caused a chain reaction and suddenly multiple cars crashed into each other. With no space to escape, several drivers got caught in the pileup, blocking the track completely. The crash brought out an immediate red flag as marshals rushed in to clear the damaged cars. Debris was scattered across the circuit, making it unsafe to continue. Thankfully, most drivers escaped without serious injuries. A few reported minor issues like bruises and neck strain due to the heavy impact, but nothing life-threatening. In the end, it was a typical Monaco incident: tight track, aggressive racing, and no room for error, turning the opening moments into pure chaos before the race could properly unfold. Number 4. Jack Doohan. Formula 2. Jack Doohan was involved in one of the most intense high-speed craze in Formula 2. The incident happened when Doohan was pushing hard to gain position, driving at very high speed on a fast section of the track, and suddenly loses the control due to a small mistake or lost grip, and the car spun before slamming into the barrier. The crash looks very dangerous as debris shattered across the track, and the car suffered major damages. For a moment, everyone feared the worst. Thankfully, safety system like halo and strong chassis protected Doohan. At the end of the crash, Doohan was able to get out from his car with the help of medical team. He suffered minor injuries and shock, but avoided any serious damage. Number 3. Lando Norris and Pac. This was the most dramatic midfield collision of the year, 2025. It was started when several cars were fighting for the position through a tight section of the track. Lando Norris found himself squeezed between two rivals' tires. Tires locked, wings clipped, and a chain reaction sent cars spinning and scraping the barriers. The crash caused heavy damage to multiple vehicles, forcing some drivers to retire from the race immediately. Despite the chaos, the safety car quickly came out, helping prevent further accidents. Thankfully, none of the drivers suffered serious injuries, though a few reported minor bruises and whiplash from the impact. The incident shook up the entire race, mixing up positions and showing just how close and competitive the 2025 grid had become. By the end, Norris managed to continue finishing the race, but far from his expected points position. Number 2. Yuki Tsunoda. During the 2025 Yuki Tsunoda qualifying at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, disaster struck at high speed. Approaching a fast corner, Tsunoda lost control of his car. The vehicle spun violently and flipped multiple times across the track. The crowd and team held their breath as the car tumbled, sparks flying, bouncing off barriers, and leaving a trail of debris. Despite the terrifying flips, Tsunoda emerged from the wreckage completely unharmed, walking away without a scratch, a remarkable example of modern F1 safety. The crash caused no serious injuries thanks to the car's advanced safety features, including the halo device, reinforced cockpit, and energy-absorbing crash structures. After such a violent accident, it was amazing to see him safe. In the end, the incident became one of the scariest moments of the season, reminding everyone how dangerous F1 can be, but also how far safety has come. Number 1. Gabriel Bortoleto. Formula 1. At the 2025 Sao Paulo Grand Prix, rookie Gabriel Bortoleto faced one of the most dramatic weekends in recent Formula 1 history. During the sprint race, he suffered a massive 57G impact crash, sending his car violently into the barriers. The force was enormous, shaking even the most experienced teams in the paddock. Remarkably, Bortoleto survived without life-threatening injuries, but he did sustain bruises and minor muscle strains from the sudden stop, highlighting the extreme physical toll such impacts can take on a driver. Despite this, he bravely returned for the main race later that same weekend, only to crash again under intense racing conditions. These back-to-back incidents put immense emotional and physical strain on the rookie, testing his focus and resilience. By the end of the weekend, Bortoleto had shown incredible courage, finishing both races and proving his determination, even though the crashes left him sore and shaken, a true testament to the dangers of Formula 1 racing. As the 2025 season comes to a close, the memories of these crashes will never fade. From rookie mistakes on the Australian formation lap to the terrifying 57G impact of Gabriel Bortoleto in Sao Paulo, every moment reminded us how thin the line is between glory and disaster. Rain-soaked tracks, high-speed street circuits, and tight corners tested the limits of both man and machine. Legends like Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen faced heartbreak, while young stars like Jack Doohan and Yuki Tsunoda showed incredible courage to walk away from crashes that could have ended careers. Every collision, every spin, every massive crash tells the story of speed, risk, and bravery. Formula 1 and 2 are not just races, they are battles where split-second decisions decide fate. And as fans, we celebrate the courage behind every crash, knowing that in this sport, survival is as heroic as victory.